I'm Lorde.
I'm Amanda Gorman.
I'm Katy Perry.
I'm Rita Moreno.
I'm Channing Dungey.
And this is Variety's
Power of Women.
Power of Woman.
Variety's Power of Women.
Yes.
Being an empowered woman to me means seeing every aspect of what I do, having a say in it, usually being in a lead position on it.
Being an empowered woman to me means using my gifts to help others grow.
Respecting yourself. It's all about learning how to respect yourself, because that with some women has to be learned. I had to learn it.
Being an empowered woman means to me that I empower other women. As I continue to kind of ascend and elevate myself, I hope to elevate other poets.
being able to call my own shots, being able to empower other women, lift them up, give them opportunities just to not live in fear in any way.
The woman who's had the most influence on me is my mother, hands down. My mom always told me that my superpower is my voice. She told that to me when I was 5. And you can imagine that as a girl with a speech impediment, that kind of felt like an oxymoron in itself. And as I've grown up, I understand that, as always, my mother was 100% right.
The woman who's had the most influence on me was definitely my mother.
Definitely my mum. She taught me from a really young age that I could do anything that I wanted, that I was really smart, and that I had a voice.
I think the woman that has had the most influence on me, of course, is my sister, Angela, who is a couple years older than I am. She has always had like the best ethics.
I come from a very different era. Therefore, the woman who most influenced me was nobody. I just wasn't raised that way. So my most favorite opiner was me. What are you gonna do, right? Some of us are not lucky. We don't have mentors. I didn't even know what that word meant.
The importance of women supporting women is, honestly, it's how we all get free. Every single chain that we have to break is directly tied to liberating women.
It's women supporting Black women, it's women supporting trans women, it's women supporting women that come from a different economic background. Not just, is there a woman in the room, but am I covering loads of different bases? Am I extending the invitation to lots of women who are not like me?
I'll tell you what's important to me about women helping women. It didn't exist. I keep talking about my era, but I have to. I'm almost 90. So I can tell you that nobody was helping anybody. And it is so thrilling that we no longer have to feel, even though many of us still do, that we have to compete with each other. That's so hideous, that's so sad.
The importance of women supporting women is, if we don't, who will?
I was silenced during much of my early Hollywood career, simply because I was only allowed to play Conchita Lolita roles or young Indian maidens, literally with a feather sticking out of my head, believe it or not. And when I had to constantly use accents. I haven't always been this brave and outspoken and a bit of a loudmouth.
I have felt silenced when confronted by systems that have impeded my ability to succeed.
I have felt silenced when someone has assumed that I don't know exactly what's best for me.
When I had a speech impediment growing up for several years, and it just created this feeling of voicelessness, which now I have been lucky enough to overcome through poetry.
I have not felt silenced in my career because I just bark back. But there was a time in my personal life where I had felt silenced. Thank God that is no longer.
I am most confident when I'm in the studio because I'm really good there. I know what I'm doing, I'm good at my job, and I'm brave.
I am most confident when I am using my tools for mind, body, spirit. That means eating well, working out, communicating with my partner, my family, meditating, and giving back.
I am most confident when I'm well prepared.
When I'm given the opportunity to advise young people, because boy, can I give them an earful.
When I have my girl gang around me, hyping me up. And I'd also say I'm the most confident when I make the explicit decision to be my whole self.
The best piece of advice I could give women is use your voice.
Don't just pull up a seat at the table, bring another chair for a friend.
The best piece of advice I can give women is go to another woman for help. You can see that I still don't quite trust the other side. Not entirely.
We have the power to create life, literally. So create the life of your dreams and go for it. What's stopping you? Nothing.
The best piece of advice I could give other women, you are probably the person in the room who is the most qualified, who most deserves to be there. And if you act like it, it's going to change everything.